James Cameron is back with Avatar: The Way of Water and promises audiences a whole new level to the world of Pandora. I mean, for anyone who has seen the first Avatar movie, everyone will say this is the pinnacle of modern visual effects. But nope, this was not enough for James Cameron. This movie has been in the works for almost 10 years, simply because the technology was not there to shoot motion capture underwater. And that's what James Cameron wanted to do, and by golly, that's what he did. They've also completed like 90% of the shots needed for Avatar 3 because they did not want the kid actors to age out. With all that said, is The Way of Water really worth the 10-year wait? Or is it all hype and not much else? Spoilers ahead, let's get into it. If you enjoyed this episode and all the other content I've been putting out lately, please do subscribe. I went to watch The Way of Water in IMAX 3D and I believe it is the best way to consume this movie. From the opening shots, you immediately feel like you've never left Pandora. The opening 20 minutes or so gives you a recap of what happened in the first movie, as well as introduces us to new and important characters for this movie. Mainly Jake and Neytiri's family. I understand why this movie is 3 hours long, because they do take a little bit of time before introducing us to the whole water aspect of the movie in the second and the third acts. This time the humans, or the sky people as they're referred to, are back to Pandora because hey, surprise surprise, our Earth is dying. And they see Jake as the main person to stop in all of this because he still holds the title of Turuk Makto. And also because he keeps disrupting their supply chains of weapons. Guess what? Stephen Lang is back as Colonel Miles Quadridge. You must be thinking, hey, wait a minute, didn't he die in the first movie from way too many arrows in the chest? Well, surprise, surprise, it seems that before the final battle in the first movie, all the soldiers had to back up their memories and their consciousness and was shipped back to Earth, where they are then uploaded into a younger Na'vi avatar. So just imagine all those years of experience as a rough soldier being used by a younger, tougher alien avatar. While this whole business of uploading consciousness and memories into a newer alien body is a little bit of a stretch, he definitely felt far more formidable as an antagonist because of all of this. The second act of The Way of Water finally introduces us to the water tribes, and as Jake and his family fly into the islands, I just couldn't believe what I was watching. The visuals of the island nation with the reefs and the oceans were just bloody beautiful. And then they took us underwater. Let me try to put this into words, okay? It truly felt like you were snorkeling or deep diving into clear ocean waters, but in reality you were just sitting in the theater munching on your popcorn. The sea creatures were insanely detailed and made you feel like you could just reach out and touch them. Also, it felt like water was all around you, but you were not getting wet, if that makes any sense. In the first Avatar, we see the Omaticaya clan and how they live in cohesion with the forest and animals around them, right? Here, we see the Metkayina clan doing the same thing with the ocean and the creatures around them. I really love the relationship that the Metkayina clans had with the Tulkuns, Pandora's versions of whales, and how they are considered spirit brothers and sisters. That scene where the Metkayina and the Tulkuns have met each other and they're exchanging stories from their travels because they have not met over a long period of time was not only visually breathtaking but truly emotional as well. Obviously, the bad guys track Jake and his family down, which leads us into the third and final confrontational act. And here's the one thing I really enjoy about James Cameron movies, right? Besides the main one or two characters, all the other characters that we have grown to love and care for, none of them are offered any plot armor. And this always makes it just a little bit more tense and more enjoyable in the final battle sequence. This long battle just keeps on taking twists and turns. At the beginning of the battle, you're thinking, oh no, the bad guys definitely have the upper hand here. And then through the middle of the battle, you're thinking, no, the good guys are going for it. And then towards the end of the battle, you're like, is the bad guys actually going to win this one? And you keep flip-flopping throughout the entire battle because you really, truly do not know what is going to happen or who is going to die. The battle scenes are really good and the visuals are truly remarkable and quite different from the first movie. While in the first movie, it felt like a battle for survival for the entire planet of Pandora, here it feels smaller in the grand scheme of things. However, it feels a little bit more personal here because the stakes hit closer to home rather than, oh, we need to save the entire planet. Is The Way of Water a perfect movie? Well, from a visual perspective, it comes pretty damn close, I'll tell you that. This would be the pinnacle for 3D filmmaking. However, when it comes to the plot aspect, it does feel kind of like an in-between movie. You know, it has a solid 3-act structure, but then there are lots of questions left unanswered at the end of the movie, especially when it comes to Kiri. I did enjoy the plot for the first movie a little bit more just simply because it felt like a whole completed movie. That definitely does not mean I did not enjoy the sequel. Overall, Avatar: The Way of Water is a mind-blowing movie visually, but a good movie story-wise. Have you seen The Way of Water? What did you think of it? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you have enjoyed this episode of Raul Reviews, please sub, share, like, comment, do all of these things as they'll be much appreciated on my end. You guys have a great day now and I'll catch you in the next one.